They're getting away.
WWVDD.
What would Vin Diesel do?
Hey, Fast and the Furious is completely unrealistic. It's not a documentary. I get that.
Okay, great line there. It is a new film about three parents who discover their daughters packed to lose their virginity at prom. And they launch a covert one-night operation to stop the teens from sealing the deal. Blockers is directed by Kay Cannon, who joins me now. Kay, I am so excited to talk with you. The second that I saw this preview, it was like, yes, when is this coming out? It's about time we focus on some chicks instead of always focusing on the guys in this genre, right?
Right. Yes. It's so refreshing because it's such an underserved story, right? It's like finally there's like so many movies where guys lose their virginity or we follow them, especially in comedy. And so it was like really cool to see these three young women and get the female perspective and their wants, desires, them having agency over their bodies. It was like it's great.
And I think there's so many things that you know young girls can kind of pick out, and of course we've always been having that with guys, as you touched on. But I want to bring up being a female to direct an R-rated comedy from a big studio. It has only happened a handful of times. One, why is that? And number two, thanks for getting out there and doing it.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm not quite sure why the numbers are so low, and I'm not quite sure why the numbers are so low across the board, like outside of the genre with female directors. Other than I think that studios are just not actively seeking us. And what was so great with Blockers is that Point Grey and Good Universe, the producers of the movie, they came to me and wanted me to direct this movie based on potential. And that doesn't happen a lot. And that needs to happen more for us ladies. And, you know, like we do really good business. And we also, I think, in their defense, I think that like the women of a different era wouldn't laugh at the kind of stuff that we're laughing at now. And we've changed, we've evolved, and we like all sorts of different things. And we laugh at raunchy stuff, and we are in tune with our sexuality and all of that, all of these themes that are touched upon in the movie. And I want to say too, with Blockers, like the idea of parents wanting to stop their daughters is an antiquated idea for sure. And what this movie tries to do is tries to call that out and to kind of go, why does the double standard still exist?
Well, I love that you're tackling this because it is a scary time, you know, for parents when they're having to go through the high school years and all of the struggles that come along with it. So I knew casting for the parents and, of course, the three girls was huge. But let's talk about some big names. I mean, you have got quite the cast.
Yeah. Aren't they great? They're so good in it. Leslie Mann, who's hilarious in everything she does, she was. I was really excited that she said yes to doing the movie because she really connected to the material. Her daughter, Maud, was actually moving across the country to go to college, and Leslie was dropping Maud off at college and really struggling with letting her kid go. And so she really connected to playing Lisa, who has that same struggle of like not wanting to lose your kid. And John Cena, I mean, who doesn't love John Cena? He's amazing. Mm-hmm. And I think people will be really surprised with John, like, and what he's so funny in it, and it's a really big role for him. And he's like physical, but he's also really emotional with his daughter. Like it's pretty cool. And then Ike Barinholtz, I've known for years, and he's just hilarious, and he just plays the role of Hunter so well.
And to the chemistry between the three girls, I mean, it just seems like they've been best of friends, and they really had that comedic timing even at their age, which was nice to see. And I'm assuming helpful in the director's chair.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes I would feel like I was like performing with them, you know, because they were like so open for me to like be up in their business, but just like of how I wanted it to kind of come off and the jokes and all of that kind of stuff. But their chemistry is like, to their credit, they immediately clicked. They made it their business to get to know each other and to become fast friends, because they knew that they had to sell that we had to believe that these girls have been friends since they were, you know, 5, 6 years old. And I'm so happy to hear it. They're like best friends now. Like this experience on Blockers has made them stay really close to each other, and I love that.
Well, Kay, I hope you keep up with the director's work that you've been able to do. And again, Blockers playing now in theaters, so be sure to go check it out for yourself. And thank you so much for doing this film and joining us today.
Thank you for talking to me.